It's your girl, lasheavibez, and I have this wonderful young gentleman here. What's your name?
James Baldwin.
Okay, and James is a local here in the beautiful city of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Very beautiful.
So I just wanted to ask him a few questions about the city and what type of advice he can give someone who's coming here to visit as a tourist. I know right now we're currently buying bus passes, and he mentioned, you know, being a local, he only pays $5, but the tourists, we have to pay $8. Is there anything else that you could share with somebody coming to visit for first-timers to Vegas?
Don't bring no sweaters, no pants. Don't bring nothing that you're going to be hot in. Try to buy as much as you can while you're out here.
Like as far as buy what?
Fat Tuesdays, drinks.
Oh, okay.
Drinks, definitely drinks.
So is the weather like this year-round? Because it's like 100 and something odd degrees out here. It's beautiful. It has a light wind, but it is hot. It's very hot. Is it like this year-round?
No, it's not like this year-round. It's like this for months at a time.
Are you serious?
9 out of 12 months is hot. Very hot like this.
Okay.
It don't start getting cooler until about November. It's always hot. Always hot.
Okay. Anything else you could share with somebody coming first time? Any other advice? Things for them to look for?
Don't get on the bus. It's going to be expensive. You guys should call the Uber.
Are you serious? We're going to
Fremont?
Yes.
And all y'all money together?
Yeah.
It would have been cheaper getting the Uber.
Are you serious? Well, we want the bus experience, you know?
You want the bus experience?
Yeah, with the locals.
You guys don't have buses out there?
Yeah, but in Texas it's so big, like we don't really, we have all kind of cars. So.
Any more questions?
Well, thank you. Say your name again.
James Baldwin.
No social media, Facebook, Instagram?
Not even Snapchat.
You just bomb as hell. Living, right?
Yeah.
All right, peace, y'all. Vegas 2017. Super Sugar lasheavibez coming into you with an extremely exciting video. This is going to be a different video for the channel. I recently took my first trip to Las Vegas, Nevada, and I had a great time. So in doing that, I wanted to share with you a few tips that I learned on my first trip to Las Vegas. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. Tip number 1, your hotel stay. I stayed at a hotel called Treasure Island. You want to be very careful, and by the way, if you see me looking aside, I did make notes so I could make sure I covered everything. You want to check to see if your hotel is a resort, because I did prepay for my vacation before I got there. When I reached to the actual hotel, because it was considered as in a resort, and this is at Treasure Island, I had to pay $32 per night per stay, and that $32 included free Wi-Fi, and it gave me full access to the fitness center. So you want to definitely make sure when you're booking your hotels for your stay to ask them if it's a resort or if there's any additional fees. Also, when I got to the counter, I can hear the girl next to me asking for a manager. I guess what had happened was she just made her reservation online, but she didn't prepay. I actually prepaid for my trip already, so I didn't have to pay any additional taxes, but the taxes in Vegas had changed. The taxes had increased, so she had to pay the difference of the taxes that was different than the amount that was listed on her initial reservation. So before you travel, you want to definitely first confirm, is your hotel considered a resort? Is there going to be any additional fees? You know, prior to you actually getting your keys to check in, and also if there's any increases on the tax. Since I had prepaid for my vacation, it actually locked in the tax amount that I had already prepaid for. Tip number 2, when you get to the airport, there's actually 2 different shuttles when you go down to, will take you to your hotel or wherever you're staying if you're staying on the Vegas Strip. There is a hotel shuttle called, there's one called Bell and there's one called Showtime. I know me and my friends, we actually took the Showtime shuttle, and it was 18. You can either prepay with your reservation. When we booked our vacation through United Vacations, you can either prepay for that, or you can pay when you get there. They'll take cash. It's $18 round trip to and from your hotel stay to the airport, or you can pay $10 each way. Now, I know our personal experience with Showtime was horrible. The drivers, the customer service from the door, everything was extremely horrible. The people there that work for the company made like they didn't care. And I understand that they deal with a lot of different people coming in and out. You know, Vegas is definitely a tourist attraction. But, I mean, the customer service was horrible. And then on our way coming back, headed back to the airport from Treasure Island, our resort that we our hotel that we stayed at, we actually made a set reservation and we were not able to get picked up to an hour after that reservation date, and we had seen several Showtime buses. It was just an extremely nightmare. And then the guy that finally picked us up, he had an attitude. He was saying he was only taking this many people, he wasn't carrying all this luggage. So Showtime, I would probably try to go with Bell. I had a friend that actually flew in after I came in and she took Bell. She got to the hotel extremely fast and her pickup was great. She said they offer great customer service. So based on my experience with the shuttle services, I would probably go with Bell for your shuttle service if you're taking a shuttle from the airport to your hotel. And I'm not sure about the prices. I'm sure they may be the same, but I know Showtime was definitely $18 round trip there and from your hotel to the airport, and it was $10 one way. Third thing is transportation. Me, I'm the type of person, whenever I travel to any city, I like to see how the locals live and get around like the locals. So I decided to take the bus. The bus for a day, a 24-hour from the time you get your ticket, it was $8. We actually had to go across the street to, I believe it was the Harris Hotel. We went across the street to the Harris Hotel. I forget the name of the hotel, but we went across the street where they sell the little tickets. We were able to use cash and to print out your ticket, and it gave your expiration time on the back. If you look at the beginning of the video, I'm going to put a clip where you see where the local was saying that they only pay $5 with their ID. Oh well, I guess we had to pay the tourist fees. It was all good for me. But you know, the locals only pay $5. There's two different types of buses that I rode on. I rode on what called the Deuces. The Deuces.
You didn't figure it out?
Deuces is actually like two buses on top of one. It looks like a double-decker bus. They consider that bus is more like the touristy attraction bus, because I was going to Fremont Street, and Fremont Street, I'll talk a little bit more about that, but Fremont Street is where you have like your zip lining. They have a lot of shops for shopping. It's considered like downtown Vegas. I took the Deuces going down. It gives you a more scenic route. I wanted to do some recording, see if I can talk to a few of the locals and just try to understand things, but it was very interesting. On this particular Deuces bus that I got on, there was no AC.
Use on the Strip and Strip and Downtown Express routes.
I can't have nobody standing in the stairwell, please.
It was extremely packed. I mean, it was extremely packed, and then they have upstairs, and the driver kept mentioning, please don't stand in the walkway. We have to keep the walkway clear, so everybody's jam-packed, trying not to stand on the steps. So that was a very interesting thing. And then when I went to the second level and there was no AC, that was just like crazy. So I mean, it's up to you if you want to give it a try. I do have another friend that actually went to Vegas, and she was telling me that she didn't have that issue when she took her Deuces. So I don't know if it was just the one that I got on, but it was so hot and it was so packed. And then I also took a bus called the SDX. That bus they considered, I guess, kind of like the express bus, which was interesting about that bus is you don't have to pay when you get on. You don't pay when you get on. I know with the Deuces we had to pay or show our, you had to swipe your little bus ticket through the rounder when you got on the Deuces. But on the SDX bus, those are considered kind of like their express buses. That would get you from, like the Deuces from where I was staying to Fremont was saying it was going to be about 30-35 minutes, but on the SDX, which I guess is considered like their express bus, they were saying would take like 15 to 20 minutes. And with those buses you just get on, they're expecting everybody to already have their bus passes or whatever they need to get on the bus. So there's no payment taken when you get on the SDX bus. There's no payment taken, but what happens is from time to time at each stop there may be an officer that may get on and ask you to see your bus pass or your bus ticket. If you don't have that, they're going to make you get off at the next stop. So I thought that was interesting, because at one point my ticket had expired going back to my hotel, and I couldn't pay, so it was like a free ride. Thanks Vegas, thanks SDX. The fourth thing, you want to make sure you are extremely comfortable. Ladies, I would not suggest you wear heels. I did attend a show in my hotel one night, and I did wear heels to that event, but for walking outside, there is a lot of walking, there's a lot of things to see. You want to make sure you're extremely comfortable, and that goes for the men too. I mean, Vegas, the weather was beautiful. I went the beginning of June. We got a really nice breeze. Again, this was my first visit. I did have a friend tell me that, you know, the air and the way it was cooler than that, because she was there at the time I was there as well, but she had explained to me that the air, you know, at that time was a lot cooler than it usually is in Vegas. So make sure you're extremely comfortable, because you will definitely do a lot of walking. There's a lot of large hotels that you may want to go into, check out. There's a lot of eateries and buffets and things like that in a lot of the different hotels, so you want to definitely make sure you're very comfortable. I know even one night when I went out, I wore cute flip-flops. Just made sure they were jeweled. I was dressed in my cute dress at the top, and I had on flip-flops because I knew that we would be doing a lot of walking. Try if you go to Vegas. It's called #Go. I'm not sure if there's other hotels on the Strip that have this restaurant, but I went to the restaurant at the Lynx Hotel, and I'll leave the spelling somewhere on the screen. The Lynx Hotel, which was only a few blocks up from Treasure Island on the Strip, and I love #Go. They gave you very large portions, and my friend actually said she found that based on some YouTube. She watched some YouTube channels and just seeing a lot of different reviews on that. So if you get a chance, go to #Go. It is open 24 hours. It's open 24 hours a day. The customer service was extremely good. Even the first time when we went, I remember one night I ate there like 2 times in less than 24 hours. That's how good it was, because their menu changes and they give you large portions, and the prices are extremely reasonable. I remember the first day when we got there, we went there for breakfast, and there was a long line, but they get you seated pretty fast, so don't get discouraged if you go there and there's a lot of people there. They're really known for, they have like this collabo, they have like this this platter that has like waffles and chicken and everything. If I have a snippet of that, I'll try to include that in a video. But yeah, so if you get a chance, check out #Go. I know they're definitely in the Lynx Hotel. You may want to check some other hotels if the Lynx is a little bit further down the Strip than where you're staying. Our hotel was a really nice hotel overall. Club Aurora. I had actually attended a reggae fest that day, and that night I had met a gentleman there, and I was asking him about, you know, reggae clubs or clubs that's, you know, dance hall clubs, and he had showed me a Facebook invite where there was a big dance hall party, reggae party going on that night at a club called Club Aurora. Which street? I forget the street. If I remember, I'll leave it here. But anyway, we jumped in a taxi because we got up late. Jumped in a taxi, and it was closed. I don't know if it was closed for business or that just didn't exist. So I'm just going to suggest, if you're being suggested to go places, make sure they're open before you get there, because I ended up paying $40 hotel to that place, and we didn't even get to do anything. So that was like, so I would just suggest, if there's some place you want to visit or spot you want to attend, I would make sure that the place, especially with the clubs, I wouldn't, because a lot of the hotels have the clubs anyway, but we were again going outside of the Vegas Strip to attend this club that was suggested to us by a gentleman that I had met earlier that day, and the club wasn't even open, or it didn't even look like it was open. And I think we got there, maybe it was after 12, close to 1 o'clock, and nothing. $40 down the drain. You will actually see a lot of the CVS. There's a number of CVS's and Walgreens on the Strip. I know at Treasure Island we actually had a CVS that was actually connected to our hotel, which was really cool. So you can go buy your little trinkets or whatever you wanted. They had souvenirs and things of that sort. They also have they have a lot of liquor and things that you can buy as well. So, but I will suggest to always have your ID on you. during our initial visit, I wasn't actually purchasing alcohol, but my friends were, and because I was standing there with them, they carded me as well. I had to show my ID. So when you're always make sure, period, that you have your driver's license on you if you are going to be drinking or purchasing liquor. Even if you're not going to be purchasing liquor and you're with a friend, some places will ask you for your ID. So you want to make sure that you have your ID somewhere on you, safe and, you know, secure. Fremont Street. Fremont Street was extremely interesting. I will try to add a few clips. Nah, girl. Vegas is lit.
Did I see any restaurants back there?
We went from Fremont Street in this video. Now Fremont Street to me personally is not kid friendly. We went down there because my friends wanted to do some zip lining. They do actually have zip lining. If you want to do the lower zip lining, it's $20. I don't know about the top. They have two different types where you can actually they call it the lower one, where you're on the lower zip line to go across. It was $20. Then they have one higher, which you look like you're actually flying out. So I'm not sure how much that was, but Fremont was very interesting. They call this kind of like downtown Vegas. I would suggest, to me personally, Fremont is not kid friendly. I did see a lot of nudity down there on Fremont. There was a lot of beggars and people doing tricks and things like that, trying to make extra money. I did pick up some great souvenirs. There's a lot of souvenir shops down on Fremont that I really enjoyed. A lot of different eateries. A lot of the places on Fremont that you may go visit, they will have signs up that you can't sit unless you're actually, you know, buying food or drinks from there, or even use the restroom. We did visit a restaurant that was really cute called Heartbreak Hotel. I forget the name. It was called Heartbreak Restaurant or something. It was really cute. They dressed you. They were like, everybody was dressed in like nurse and doctors items. I will list it because if you go to Fremont, check that place out. It's really, really cute. Where they serve burgers, and if you don't finish the burgers, they actually paddle you. So a lot of the men were getting paddled. It was just really, really cute. It was really, really funny. So I will list the information where we went there. They dress you. As soon as you get in there, they put you on like a little hospital robe, like you're in a hospital. And yeah, it's really cool. It's a really neat place, and they serve burgers, and if you weigh over a certain amount, they actually give you as many burgers as you want. So, but you have to finish it or you get paddled. So that was funny. But not least, my 10th tip is just to go to Vegas while out, have a great time. Vegas is awesome. I like my overall stay. I had a great time. I'm looking forward to going back. I met some awesome people. I ate a lot of things. I did a few excursions. I did the gondola at the Venetian Hotel, where I actually rode the boat and the guy serenaded me. All that. It was really awesome. So I love Vegas, and if you go, I hope this video is helpful to you. If you've been to Vegas before and you see this video, leave some tips below that you can help share with someone else. Maybe it's their first time going to Vegas and they want to know what to look for. Maybe they've been to Vegas so many times but just have never visited a restaurant or, you know, heard your tips. So if you have any tips and you've been to Vegas before, please feel free to leave them below. As always, thanks so much for watching. What can you tell a local? What can you tell a tourist? A first time person coming to Vegas, what are some of the things that they can look out for? Or what to expect?
Expect to be harassed by police if you're drunk. Expect that. Expect a lot of road rage because people out here cannot drive. Expect a lot of traffic for whatever event we're having out here. We're gonna have a lot of people coming at any given moment. And expect to have a good time.
Yeah,
we do that.
Okay, cool. Now I heard you singing because we actually took the SDX down. We're headed to the Reggae Fest, and you have a beautiful voice. Did you want to kick a little something and leave your social media information in case somebody wants to hit you up for performing? Or I know you said you're a duo with your wife.
Sure, absolutely.
Did you want to give us something?
Sure. I love you and you love me. It doesn't mean that we're meant to be. I can climb mountains when across the sea, but the most frightening thing is you and me. I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears, but I'm scared of don't last. Is that too much to ask? Why do we love when love seems to hate us?
That's beautiful. I know you got it. Can you leave your social media sites? If somebody happens to run across this video and they live in the Vegas area or looking for local talent, they could reach out to you, your Facebook.
You can reach me on Facebook at Prince Reese or at R, the little and sign, B.
Okay.
And you'll see a picture of me and my wife up there. You can look me up on ReverbNation.com/Prince Reese, YouTube.com/Prince Reese, SoundCloud.com/Prince Reese.
And that's Prince. That's Prince and Reese, R-E-E-S-E.
Yep.
Okay.
Like a candy bar.
All right. Thank you so much. You're so talented.